cloud. Okay.
Hello, everybody. This is Ignatieff of Planetary Guardians and the School of Conscious Communication. And I'm here with Sylvia Henheffer and Laurie Renton of the Visionary Hub in Yorkton, Saskatchewan. And we're in the session 4 of the planning for 2023 for the Visionary Hub. And so what we have right now is is there some background going on that could maybe be not so?
How do I mute? Oh, I'll mute you just a sec.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay, so what we have here is the plan now of the events for the next year. They're not necessarily cyclical, but at the group space and community space. And I'm just wondering maybe if one of you would like to go through it and just give us a brief summing up of what these events are and yeah, give a sum up for the year.
Okay, I would love to jump in on that, you guys. So we have two groups. We have community space and we have group space that we've done so far for events and workshops. And as we go through our calendar of events, we go month by month. And so it's very well organized. We've got our space, we've got our dates, event names, the cost, the place, the time, and the amount of people that we want to have attend, and then a bit of a description for each event and workshop. And so this one we've already hosted. The next we have coming up is a vision board, which seems to be really popular for beginning of a year event. And so we thought we would host a vision board creation workshop. And then we go into the Power of Possibilities membership. And that is a 9-month membership that happens once a month. And so you see here, the cost for that membership for 9 months is $200. It's in person and online. And then we've got a time frame that we also will be hosting the workshop. The next is Love is in the Air. It's February, it's the month of love. And so we are going into the community to spread love. Love is in the air is what we call it. And we've got times there assigned to our day. Next is a group space, and we will do some couples, a couples activity with conversation killers. So that will be fun and interesting. And again, it's Valentine's Day, so why not go out with your loved one? Community space, again, in March is Connect Us, so that's another huge event. And then we have a group space, which is Team Yorkton. And we will be bringing different teams of Yorkton together and have conversation and go through a bit of a workshop with them. So we've got businesses, nonprofit, and let's see my notes, and city and things like that. So we will be gathering a person or two from a business, a nonprofit, and other organizations. Community space again, so we have community space in April, we have community space in May, and we have like a harmony day, we have some themed nature hikes, being in touch with nature and getting people outside. And then we have a group space in May, and we will be hosting a spring retreat, which will be all inclusive, and it will be we're hoping Mother Teresa at Knossi Lake, at Knossi Camp. It'll be all inclusive. Everybody will have a place to stay, and the location is there. We have community space again. For whatever reason, we don't have a date. but we have a communication class that will be coming up. And then we go into June, and then we go into July. And there's just something every month, 2 things every month so far. So we've got Enneagram, we've got the Visionator Kids Camp, Entrepreneur Camp. September, we have a sunset dinner that we host regularly, once a year. In September, for community space, we have profiling. So not sure what that one is, but let's just take a look at our notes, because this spreadsheet is really handy. So we will have different events set up in our space, and we may have human design, numerology, astrology. So different modalities that people can relate to. And then community space again is a happiness project. So this will happen every 4th quarter, and we will bring the happiness project to whatever we are doing at that time. And then again, we go into a fall retreat for October. And then October, again, we have a workshop called Design Your Ideal Job. And November, we have the Lead Conference Canada that is coming up in Saskatoon. And then at the end of in November, we have a guest speaker event, which will be coming up with an announcement of who that guest speaker is.
So yeah, I've already put it out there, Sylvia. This was great. I did notice August is missing. Did we just go August? We're not doing anything, because I see it goes from July 10th to the 15th, and then right to September.
Oh yeah, good point.
I think the nature hikes might have extended through the summer and maybe a month off. I'm not sure, but I don't remember us doing an event in August, though. I think it was linked to the nature hike. And so the nature hike got put back because it started earlier, and then you were doing it monthly.
Right. Yeah, that could be.
Did you want to have an event in August, Laurie?
Oh, no, I don't know. I was just wondering what happened there. But if it's the nature walks and the continuing of the learning through nature, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
And then we also talked about doing an Enneagram thing in the summer. We have doing one in the yard, but another one in August could happen very easy.
Right. And then we also talked about at the spring retreat would be also Enneagram training.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm talking about the actual Enneagram circle outside at Burgess Beach.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Where did we have that? Oh, right here.
Yeah.
In June, July.
Yeah.
That where the Enneagram follow-up, is that where that would be? I think that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, because at the lake during the summer, you get people from all over Saskatchewan and into Alberta. So yeah, I just thought that would be good. You have 9 people only. You have every spot filled.
Right.
And then we just host it again, like, continual. So maybe we'll look at doing one in August.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm just going to put that in there.
Enneagram at Burgess Beach at BB.
Do you want to pick a date for that?
What day I guess a Saturday is the best day.
Okay.
So that would be the 5th, the 12th, the 19th. Well, the 5th is a long weekend. Probably the 12th, 19th, 26th. So maybe pick the 19th?
The 19th is what's coming to my head.
Okay, perfect. This is cool doing it this way because it makes you feel like you're in movement, Elijah. When this is done and then Sylvia's reviewing it like this, it shows that we're in movement, we're making things happen. Even though we're building the business in the background, it's still helping us get this. This is great.
Okay, so Burgess,
BB. Oh yeah, Birch Beach, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And then, are you thinking all day or a couple hours, 3 hours?
No, just
One
a
to
few
four?
hours, just a few hours, like 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours.
1 to 4?
Yeah, perfect.
And we want nine people?
Yeah, yeah,
9 people max?
yeah.
Okay, and the least would be what? 4?
9. We want 9 there, period. But yeah, if they had to share spaces, it wouldn't be a big deal. So 4 would work. But I mean,
Okay.
our goal would be to get 9 there because it just makes
Right.
it more impactful.
Sorry, I
Perfect.
just want to center that.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. And that one's not centered.
Yeah, all you do have to do, Sylvia, is go to G&H, highlight them, and then just ask the whole column to be
Yeah.
centered.
It was just those 2 lines that weren't centered, Laurie, so
Oh,
it's all good.
okay.
Just those 2 lines.
And then the happiness project was something that we're going to start implementing into everything that we do. Bring
Right.
happiness to your life in whatever way that's going to look. So quarterly, every 4 months. So one,
Right.
yeah, quarterly. You don't have to put even a quarter in there. Just get rid of the quarter and just
Oh.
quarterly. Yeah, and then quarterly,
Oops.
I guess starting in the fall. Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
awesome. Thanks, Elijah.
Okay, and I just want to point out that we're at the yearly cycle, right?
Mhm.
That's what we're looking at right now, is we're looking at the yearly cycle, which
Right.
is at infrastructure, which is at resources. And which for you, you have the value of love, right? So what we're looking at are all the different events over a course of a year where you are bringing love into the world,
Oh, cool.
right? So we're
Right.
kind of, and a lot of time with the whole info is just recognizing where you're placing the information on the maps, recognizing what you're filling in,
Mhm.
and then the you go from the year, then you go to the lunar, then you go to the day, then you go to the hour, right? So depending upon which map you're at, you have it in your mind in a sense, right? So at some point you're thinking multi-cyclically.
So year, lunar, day.
Like the main thing is like the year, I mean, yeah, the year, the lunar, the day, and then the hour.
So what's the difference between the year and the lunar for the audience if they're watching this?
Just pull that up. It's job, like the focus on the year is resources. And that's the blue, and then the next, the lunar, is where you focus on your particular job. And so what we're going to do today is what we've been doing is we've been looking at the group space and community space over a period of a year and looking at your events.
Right.
And so what we're going to look at today is you as an individual, more from a lunar point of view of going, what does each of you want to get done personally? So this can be with your clients, this can be with your own creative projects. But these events are going to need marketing, these events are going to need organization, but they're not going to take obviously all your time. But when you go into each event, that's when you're fully present in the moment, right?
Right.
But you're also going to have things that are going to be happening cyclically, 13 cycles, where you're looking at, you know, what kind of coaching are you doing? What facilitating are you doing? What do you personally want to do? So what I want you to do for the next 10 minutes is I think we should pause it. And then I want you can get your yellow index cards if you have them. And blue, if you have blue and yellow index cards. If not, you can just write on paper and have a piece of paper with all the things that are personal that you want to get done. And the next is one-on-one coaching. Like how much do you want to interact on a one-on-one basis in terms of your coaching? And then
Sylvia,
also,
did you pause it?
we can still keep it going. As soon as I let you guys, girls go,
Okay.
then you can pause it, but I'm still explaining.
Okay.
Okay, and I think then, Laurie, you should look at the money momentum program.
Yeah.
And look at, the difference between design and implementation. Because I think you need more time to design it and get it tested and then operating, and maybe look at, maybe it's 3 months and 6 months. It's up to you in terms of how ready you feel. I think you shouldn't sort of rush it. You should just keep going until you get it right. But
Yeah.
it always takes longer than we think in terms, because it's a pretty big program, and we haven't had much one-on-one time with me helping you with the design of it. And I think that's
Yeah.
something that you probably need.
Yeah.
And then Sylvia, for you to look, and you can both look at this in terms of the web TV show, the healing show. Do you guys want to do that? If you do want to do that, I see Sylvia as being more the focus, the lead on that, because Laurie, you've got too much to do anyway. And also the CEO program for Laurie. If you're going to be serious about that, we got to get serious about really looking at how we're going to do that. So
Yeah.
put that down. And Sylvia, then for you, in terms of anything, anything that you want to get done, but it's just you doing it. And also looking at, how much time you're going to put for administration, logistics, and marketing. And for both of you to look at that, how much time you're going to put into office time, and then how much time you're going to actively look at sales of getting people in the door, and the marketing for all these events and your whatever else you want to do. You're either going to have, you have to set aside marketing time for that. That's specific to, okay, we got to fill this event or create this brochure, or,
Right.
we need to get into I think at least 6 weeks ahead of time. I think after we look at this at the individual level, then I want to look at the events and look at, okay, well, what needs to get done right now to get, like invites out for
Yeah.
the next 3 big events coming up, and really get the marketing things and look at all the different avenues. And I think that needs to be, we need to amp that up in terms of, we got to figure out some stronger ways to get people in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think maybe a little bit of cold call training. Because I think there are things out there, but I think really going into sales mode. I think both of you have to learn how to sell. Because I think that's one of the biggest weaknesses here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Is 10 minutes enough, or you want 15?
No, 10 is because I've got quite a bit written down already while you're talking.
Okay.
So let me just review one-on-one coaching. So I've got money momentum, and that's where I'm leaving that for now. But
Okay.
I also got to build the program for the Enneagram outside in my yard in exactly the way that we want it to roll.
Okay.
So the Enneagram at Burgess Beach, just so that we go, hey, oh, that's done now. We don't have to do anything except go there and facilitate. But number one is get the people in the door or there out at the event.
Yeah.
And I believe we have an open door out there because we can advertise that on Burgess Beach Rocks and just bring the people that are holidaying out there. That's why we wanted to do it there, is to get the people that were on vacation.
Do you just remember that it just seems there's a lot of kids, and I just wondered if you could do a dual thing where with the parents you do the Enneagram, and then you do something else, maybe Sylvia does something with the kids. Just so you could get people who are vacationing and you can get families, like, I don't know, just an idea, but I just remember you saying there's 250 kids out there.
Yeah, they come in August. That's August that the kids program is on out there. We already have that organized, that one, but we could do something there if we wanted to get known. It's after the kids camp, so.
I just think that that was just such a big opportunity, and I just wondered, like, some sort of value-based fun game where you get rewarded values or something like that, or you make a values map after doing 5 things and they get a value map at each thing. Just an idea.
Yeah, for now though, I think because we're both going to facilitate the Enneagram at the yard and stuff, we have to get that mastered.
Okay.
And Sylvia needs to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Okay, then
So
it might be
I don't think
bring
we
someone
branch,
else in.
not branch off to kids yet, unless someone like you was there, Elijah, that wanted to do something with kids, that would be cool.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, because we just finished the kids camp in July, and then the August long weekend is when we do the big kids whatever it's called. I can't think of the name of it, but there's like booths and kids play games. There's no cost to it.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna leave you ladies alone. I'm gonna put it on pause and I'll be back in 10.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the share and stop record.
Okay, go.
Okay, so what I found, Elijah, is on the one-on-one coaching. I know that time needs to be spent with you in design and implementation on the Money Momentum program, and doing it for 3 months. Because people will step up and sign a 3-month commitment for now, but what I see it doing is starting for 3 months and then going, no way, I want to keep going. So then they just extend their time, right?
Kind of like level 1, level 2, level 3
Yeah.
sort of things.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because I'm starting with my grandson. I just started today, so I'm kind of learning and working with a young 22-year-old. What would that look like?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Are you recording those?
No, we were just talking on the phone, but we could start recording them.
I would do it in Zoom, and we should make a nice little background, and
Okay. Okay.
it's practice, and then I can take a look, and so we can take a look at feedback, David too.
Okay.
Like take it from the beginning, right? Like here's the process.
Yeah.
And then do it one at a time, and then you'll see. Like I think it's.
It kind of comes down to him going through some distress around financial stuff. And then you come up with suggestions. What does that look like? Do you want it to feel like this? What is it you're looking for? And they don't know. These kids don't know.
I think it's a great show. Like I just think that alone,
Okay.
without like tons of like from the get-go, this is going to be good, and it's going to be advertising for your program with other people.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you know, I think you've got so much value you can offer in each session. It's just a matter of sometimes you can kind of go by the intuition and see what happens, and then afterwards you can format it. But you kind of like there's a start. You know, the first discussion, you know, you're going to find out, you know, where is he at? Like, what is his belief system? You know, you're going to naturally figure it out, I think, as you go along.
And then I'm going to know, like I'm doing it naturally right now, but I haven't been recording it, but I'm going to naturally know too, like, okay, what's a map we could do? Is it Discover You that he needs to go through? Like, which, you know, Discover You is more to figure out where in your life on the circle of 9 do you want to enhance your life in? And his would happen to be finances, possibly relationships, right? Okay. So maybe
then you might naturally, you know, do an Enneagram profile and just, you know, you just watch, you'll just build it. And I just think that it's a very different way to do it. I like a lot because your intuition in the moment really sees the next step, and it's so obvious. And then once it's done, the next thing becomes obvious. So
okay, because I already know his Enneagram stuff, but it would be like just pretending, because we already know it, and taking him through that stuff and some of the ideas and things that happened. Because today I spoke his language when I spoke about money, bringing the word security and everything into play there. So,
and I think afterwards, once he's gone through the program, then he can be a salesman for the program, right? He's gone through it, you know what it is. He's, you know, I think it's just
testimonial, video testimonial.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good idea, Elijah. Like I'm looking at 3 months, and then it could be a level 1, level 2, level 3. It takes you, if you go level 3, it takes you through a full year. Level 1 is for 3 months. Okay,
And then what I can do, just as I'm watching or getting ready, I can make the backgrounds, because you can see, like, you know, all education is going to be like Zoom, like things like this. The only distinguishing way is to, you know, really look at your backgrounds and go, what do I want? And
it truly is. I can see that.
I love how you look. You know, I really like that, the visionary, and I like how both of us. But Sylvia, you definitely have to get more light. Like that. See the difference between the two of us and you. You have to get more light.
Okay. I'm just sitting in my comfy chair, that's why.
Do you have a ring light that you can put on the table in front of you, Sylvia?
People cannot see you in the comfy chair. When this is done, people are gonna look and all they're gonna see is your dark face. So the light has to take priority over your comfort
Okay,
in
well,
this
do
situation.
do we want to pause this? I'll see if I can get more light.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause this. You guys,
What I'm seeing is we talked about the one-on-one coaching, the money momentum and designing that. But the other thing that I went over to on the personal side is the CEO interview series. So, you know, we've got a list of 20 top CEOs in Saskatchewan because it's a Saskatchewan series. We've got 6 questions to ask them. So now it's just a matter of kind of outlining that, putting that into format, and then just calling and organizing a time to chat with them. So we've got 4 questions, for example, what are their values? What are the highest values you live by? What are the communication issues that you have in your organization? And then what do you see as the future of Saskatchewan business? And then maybe how do you communicate your values within your organization to your team? I think that's a key thing. So how do you communicate? And then I want to get on a little bit of a personal note, because I don't want everything to be about business, because the world is changing. People have, like Sylvia said, I want to sit in my comfy chair and do the work I do.
mm-hmm.
So I want to get into, say, 2 more just personal fun questions.
Okay.
That's what I'd like. Yeah, I mean, some people will be more serious, so they'll want to talk only business, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that'll draw a lot of attention in Saskatchewan. I think that's the
Yes.
Development Visionary Hub on the map, pretty much.
Yeah,
If
me
we do-
too. And when the big goal is to get into organizations, this makes total sense.
Yeah.
Start from the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, and then the other thing for me on my personal is I'm writing a book. So that's time.
Right.
And I think writing a book too gives you credibility. We'll bring that out to the world, and it's all on teams, building teams, and how important that is, whether it's in sports, whether it's in business, whether it's in whatever, right? So I'm working on that as well. And then I do a personal post called Wealth Wisdom Wednesday, but I'm realizing that it's not hitting a lot of people, and yet it's fabulous information. It's in the group. And I'm seeing the stuff in the group on Facebook is not getting interaction. So whether we hire a professional, I don't know. I have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Facebook is the play. Like, I think it's good for you guys. And I think it has a little bit of presence, but I think that something, if you really want to build an online audience, it's going to be in TikTok. And it's going to be, I think that can be a bit of the sell for an online money momentum, and you're coaching with money momentum. I think that we need, like we said before, we need to get you up a grade in TikTok editing. And I think that you should do a daily money something. Like, it's so simple, it's so easy, so much content. Like, and you just, every day you make one good video in TikTok, and it's about money.
1 minute money momentum.
Yeah. And you'll kill it. You'll kill it. And TikTok's the only thing that builds your audience. Like Facebook's dead.
I know. I know
dead.
I know it's not dead, because we've been communicating with people, but the Facebook group to me is dead.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. I think it's really tough these days to actually have a Facebook group kind of grow. The ones that have already done it are there.
They're
you're
there.
Starting out kind of new. I think that maybe starting some sort of maybe Saskatchewan business event group or something, maybe trying to grow a new group, but then we have to have some way to get the people, all the businesses in
onto it. And
it just may be another platform. I mean, maybe it's the one that me and Remind are working with, that we create basically the Saskatchewan knowledge, the knowledge nexus for Saskatchewan. That's a totally different ballgame when you're doing your platform. And we may be closer than we think, but I don't want to say too much, because software always takes so much longer. And but that's a real possibility.
And does that become the shared knowledge community?
Yeah.
Oh, now that makes total sense, to build a world platform of shared knowledge community.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at, I put a lot of time into creating the content for that Facebook. And I
saw-
go, it's not getting attention. So I could probably just put that on my LR and my own personal one, because
Well-
it's in a group. So you feel like you're special when you can attract more people just on a normal Facebook page.
I think you should be doing a video and not a written form. I don't
Okay.
think, I don't think the written form, you know, and especially in Facebook again.
Yeah.
I think you should be doing, let's say, one. Money momentum, let's say 3 to 5 minute one on there, where you put it on there, you put it on yours, Sylvia does it, I put it. You can load it to Rumble, you can load it to BitChute, but you basically, I think you want to start creating content for your money momentum as per marketing.
Okay.
Marketing videos. So every video that you're making basically from now on
Is
a
marketing.
soft sell marketing for your courses.
Okay.
And that I think you should be doing it daily on TikTok. And the
Okay.
next time that we're together, I think we should that day spend time, and I'll show you how to. I showed Sylvia, it's very simple.
Mhm.
And I think you're going to get excited once you really see how,
Yeah.
you know, what you can do.
Yeah. I see some cool stuff. I mean, Sylvia, you share a lot. There's other people's TikToks, right? So I am really, really good with that, because I think that 1 minute to 3 minute money momentum chat is really good. I'll still continue doing a bit of a written one, but you can still talk. It's just other avenues, right? But that's the conversation I'll have.
Yeah, I mean, that's your
I post LinkedIn, and then it asks, I go into a coaching group, and that's where I'm getting most of the feedback and stuff, is on LinkedIn, on the ICF coaches group. That's where I get most of my feedback, is there, or my own personal Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys get great numbers when you're doing something personal. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, the whole world is kind of, I'm the whole world, but as soon as it goes into business,
Yeah.
people tend to not give it the same attention, right?
No. And why can't we just do it? Why can't we link in our Visionary Hub logo onto our own personal Facebook and just continue to go with it? Because otherwise it feels like we're trying to feed too many places, and the repeat people. Like even the people now Sylvia's inviting, we're inviting the same people to the same stuff.
Yeah, that's why we got to figure out some new angles.
We need to broaden our horizons to the people that we want to invite and have in the space.
Yeah. That's why I think like the cold calls, like, I think that's another brainstorming session maybe that we could use the
Yeah.
tables to come up with some new
Yeah.
ideas.
So that's all I put down for now. And then creating that Enneagram with the 9 people in the yard at Burgess Beach. And it's going to be it flows so well. And then we can go, oh, we're going to have another one. We can have 2 in a week. We could have 1 on a Wednesday evening, you know?
Okay.
We could do any of that kind of stuff that we want once we kind of get the system in place.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do like that idea of the TikTok and doing the content for the soft sell on the money momentum. Okay, sounds good.
Okay. I overheard earlier that you didn't really want to do much one-on-one coaching with people.
No, that's not my big goal. My goal is to get into organizations, but
and you want to do group facilitation, right?
I like group stuff, yeah, because I feel they feed each other, and then from there, Elijah, to me, the group, then people want personal one-on-one, then they can branch into one-on-one. As I think we're going to get it more there than we are going one-on-one into group. Like I'm going backwards. That's what a lady told us the other day.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm going backwards.
So we haven't really set aside time, like for, I think one of the big revenue streams could be weekly masterminds, using Hub Factor and using the different tools.
Yeah.
We haven't really looked at that, and you're saying that you want to do that, because like what I'm just trying to do is find out what you want to do first.
Yeah.
Kind of on your own, because I know that with my stuff, I just lead with that completely. That's where I think I make mistakes, because I'm not taking account really where you guys are at.
Yeah.
I think I did that at the beginning when I was trying to get the SKC masterminds and all the teams, and it just wasn't realistic for where you guys were at.
It was too big. It's going to be in the future. It's there. It's probably in 2023, Elijah. It's just not where we are right in this moment.
Right. Well, we can, and that's the thing I'm wondering about in terms of how much do we design in terms of creating like weekly masterminds that
Yeah.
lead up to a couple of these events that are in the future where there's going to be larger groups of people, right? Like actually like a real, like I guess I'm on the fence about a real facilitator training program because I'm not hearing from you interest in it. And I go off interest, and I mean, I never hear from you, hey, train us in these tools.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Well, we're kind of, I mean, there's a difference between using the tools to do things versus getting trained in how to use the tools. I mean, you're getting a soft training in terms of the 1 year programming, right? But I just mean like the intricacies of the inflow matrix, the deeper, meanings of how the cards come together, how to come up with, thousands of different ways to custom design divination processes for people.
Yeah, I know I don't want 1,000 ways right now. So yes, I agree with you that we're not going to that deepness. We're going to learn the basis of everything first, because we're going to CF to do a workshop, aren't we? Or to do a values thing with them. And I'm going to be a participant and be able to observe you coaching it. Elijah, I'm going to learn lots from that. And Sylvia will be your assistant.
True, but that's just.
But I haven't gotten anything on that yet to be able to make that concrete for January. So I'm going to put up the challenge I've asked for that a few times, and that's a moneymaker automatically. I could have it done right now, but I'm not getting any response because I believe you're thinking too big. I'm thinking small, get them initiated, feeling the values. If we go there with them, honestly, we'll lose people. We'll lose Sylvia. You lose me. So what's your feedback there, Sylvia?
Simple is key, right? Because it's an introduction. Simple to everything we do, not to overload, not to do too much. Having a clear understanding.
Yeah, not going too deep. That's what I'm saying, is not too deep.
Yeah, no, I'm working on, I will have it for you.
What are you waiting for?
I just had other things coming in at the same time.
Because you told me you'd have it for me for this week, so I could pick a day in January where we could do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put the challenge out there.
No, I'm doing it. It will get done.
I would just go and do it if I could, but because I'm on the board, I can't. And I want to watch you facilitate a group of 12 people.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sylvia?
So, with the healing series, we talked, and I probably want 5 to 6, okay? And I think we already have probably 5 interviews that we can use. They just have to be branded as the Visionary Hub ones. And so my goal is to get those videos and from where? I'm not sure if I can say on this recording.
Oh,
public.
Okay.
But I will get those videos so we can use those videos in the healing series. Okay, and then we'll upload them on our YouTube, we'll share them, and we'll market them. I don't know what the purpose is, except that it's showing, it's getting our face out there. Okay.
So, and is healing series the name? I don't ever remember us talking about that unless you guys had a conversation. Because we have six people, Elijah, that we've already interviewed that are all healers in modalities, right? Like that type of healing.
Yeah.
And we have 6 of them. Sylvia did 1, I did 5.
Right.
So if that's a Sylvia thing.
Well, just because I said the lead doesn't mean that she's the main interviewer. I mean, it just means that
she'll kind of take charge
kind
of organizing.
Manager of making it happen. I think what
Okay.
happened was I was thinking of the long-term shared knowledge community idea. And that each of the teams would actually have their own web TV show. And the one for the healers is like a pilot project. Because at some point you could be interviewing, I just think there's the interview of Saskatchewan, whether healers or any of the other shared knowledge community, is a good thing for you guys. I think you're good at it. I think that you've trained in it. I think that there's a bigger appeal to the internet rather than that other station in terms of being seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
big time, big time. I
So-
agree.
And I think for, again, looking at sort of like software marketing, like if every healer in Saskatchewan was going, I want to be on your show type thing, you're starting to get responses, right? And I think that going and then getting groups of healers together in different cities, even like you wanted to go on the road and do and do groups coming together. I think it's a no-brainer to do it like in groups of the shared knowledge community teams where you're having entrepreneurs, or this one's for healers, or this one's for tech gurus or whatever. Those types of discussions are I think necessary. So the TV show is the methodology to start to look at you guys being the go-to people to do such things.
Right. Okay. Well, that makes sense because I wasn't, I didn't see that vision of, the 12 different areas. And yeah, that's fabulous. So if Laurie's doing, business interviews, then that could be like maybe part of the entrepreneur businesses, or maybe there's somebody that is a tech guru in that group, right? So, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like eventually each of the 12 facilitators would be creating their own web TV show with their team. And sort of like the idea of the shared knowledge community is everyone's helping everyone to create their dollar per hour lifestyle, right? That it's a container where, and the media is the biggest part of how to get your name known and how to sort of get your branding out there, right?
Yeah.
So to master that, to look at how to do that. And, again, my framing of, let's say, Planetary Guardians, which is more of an international media organization, right?
Yeah.
At some point, the stuff I'm working on is going to grow. And it's not just going to grow here, it's going to grow all around the world.
So is it the media of the Planetary Guardians that are going to video all this in this? Is that what it's going to be?
Well, it depends, because I did do that with a shared branding, right? Idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
We don't have to do that, but then that changes things, right? So, it depends. It depends on how much you guys sort of buy into the bigger picture that I'm working on.
I see the big picture right there, big time, but it's all those little steps we need to take to get there.
Right. Well, it's more, but I just mean like buying, I just mean like, I'm obviously working on some bigger things, and you guys are like the first example. And so you guys essentially want to get your business going. I have a business I want to get going. Now there's different focuses that each of us can take in terms of where you're going to put your focus of attention. And like if you're, let's say, not that interested in the card set, and you're not putting any attention into the card set, or you don't want to really do anything to do with the card set, that's different than if you're super hyped, super motivated. It's the main thing you want to do.
I'm
right?
super hyped with the card sets. We use the values all the time, but we have to learn a little bit more getting the conversations into doing what we're doing. Like even money momentum, it's going to be conversations. What conversations do you have? But also, what are the values you're holding there? I've only used pieces of everything, right?
Yeah.
Besides in my own company.
Well, and there's a big difference between using the tools for your own company and then actually selling the tools or training the tools to other people.
Yeah.
As a specific revenue stream, right?
right.
Well, that's kind of what you're doing, is getting all the training for that going for the academy or whatever that's going to be. And we introduce it to people, but you've got to do the training of that. And then we can just go off of that.
Yeah,
Have you got that training all done?
well, it's again, I sort of go off of interest.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like if you guys aren't that interested, I seem to put my, it's hard for me to get motivated.
Can't you motivate us? We're always motivating people, always. That's almost an automatic in my psyche.
I don't know.
I pushed for us to do this meeting tonight. So what I see is, Sylvia, where do you see the card sets? If you can share that, because I mean, we're not jumping up and down, Elijah, to go into the big picture. I'm not, but I want to hone in on those card sets. And what does that look like if we want to start an academy and get people all over the world or in Saskatchewan utilizing them?
Yeah, like I think we're not using them to the full extent.
No.
And like I know we're using the values pretty well with everything that we do now in every workshop, every event. And it's to learn how to integrate more of those cards with what we're doing and what you're doing, right? So like you guys know more about the cards than I do, and so it's on me too to sit down with you, Elijah, and say, okay, let's go through the maps and teach me more, right? Then I have more knowledge and more understanding as well.
Or we bring back the hub factor or something along a mastermind that implements and brings in all the cards into play. So you're actually experiencing it instead of just one-on-one, you and Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it with a group of people. Let's get the people in the room and have a mastermind where people are going, oh my God, I can't wait till next week to come and work with these cards.
Yeah, something like that too.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
And if it is a mapping, Elijah, we haven't even gone through all 4 maps, Sylvia and I, as the Visionary Hub yet. We haven't gone through the choice or the flow at all. We do have a synergy map that we did, and we don't have a harmony map yet. So maybe that's the start, bringing those conversations in. What does it look like on this part of the map? And then us going through a process and you showing us how you facilitate that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's experiential. We want everything to be experiential. And I know we're talking about healers, but the Visionary Hub isn't just about healers. That's not all it's just about. That's the thing, eh?
No, but it is, yeah. It at least starts the interview series. And then when you're interviewing your CEOs and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a start.
It is a start. And then all of that media can be used on podcasts, and it can be, little bits and pieces can be used for marketing and things like that. So I like all the video recording and Zoom recordings, you guys. I think that's great. Great.
And a lot of those interviews will be like this.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have the values map I sent you?
I don't have any of my stuff here. It's in my car at the Hyundai shop.
No, I've got the 5 spaces.
Did you email it, Elijah? Or Facebook Messenger?
You got like 5 of these? Have you seen this before?
Commitment, that's our word. No, we haven't seen that. Oh, I haven't. That's our values on our synergy map.
Yeah, I sent these to you.
Like
and you moved love over. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Like You
Like
have
for Zoom background?
Yeah,
made fire, ether, water, air.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought, like, again, in terms of backgrounds, where if you're speaking to people, but you could do little videos saying, this
Mhm.
is our value of love at infrastructure, and then give like a 2-minute thing, what that means to you, our
Yeah.
thing of trust. So, because
Yeah.
I think, the value side of things is your main
Mhm.
edge in the work, like a values-based organization that can teach people how to be values-based organization,
Mhm.
right? With a very unique way of making value systems.
Yeah,
And then using the media to be your methodology for training, like what is commitment to stewardship? What is inclusion at service? I sent you those documents, right? That you have the pages, the stationery. I sent you the stationery.
Those, no,
not those.
no, hang on. This see,
Anything that we get for, oh, there's shared knowledge community. No. So Elijah, that's another
Yeah,
thing we'd like to go. We have our system set up. You saw how we have it set up in the Google Drive.
Yeah.
And we know that there's lots of pieces of stuff out there not put into one of the 9 or 10 areas. So we were going to ask you to go through that with us too. Like there's times we'll sit and we'll go, okay, now we did that video or we did that. Where does that belong? It's easy to find, because I always have to ask Sylvia where stuff is.
and I always don't know.
And she doesn't always know. Yeah.
Especially
It's
with
huge.
Media creation.
It's huge, Elijah. Everything that we're doing, the media, our work with the Eben that we're doing to build our actual business, because it needs a foundation.
Yeah.
Our training we've done.
Yeah.
Right now we're kind of guessing, but I think if we live it in our team, like in our team within the Visionary Hub, if we live it within that team, then it's that much easier to take it out to other people.
Yeah.
But we're not right now, we're not living it.
For sure.
We're not living it. Yeah. So that's really nice. I really like that.
There needs to be a shared folder system.
We have, that's what we have.
Okay.
Sylvia,
okay,
just go there for
then,
1 minute. One minute. She'll just go there, Elijah. And I know that's something we can maybe do when we're at the hub, or we do a call just specific to this. But because I said to Sylvia, can we put colors on there? Because I relate to colors in there. So then all of a sudden we put little file folders with colors. Well, that even made a difference and easier to find. But it won't let you color a document. So if you look up at Agenda Discover You, that's a product that we've already got created. So it goes into services.
Yeah.
But it won't let you color that so that you just automatically know that's where it belongs. You have to keep guessing.
I put that in 3.5 though.
Well, it wasn't, I guess it still is in 3.5 because we're still in creation on it. But once it's a service that we're putting out there to the people, then it moves into service once it's almost everything's in 3.5 first.
Right.
Even the rock videos, we're creating a video or we're creating the wording for the video, it all goes into 3.5 first.
Can you double click 3.5 for me?
So this is a really neat system for those watching, Elijah. This
it's huge.
filing system is humongous. But like I said, we've just started putting color and stuff to it. And now we've got things within it, but there's even times we're lost with it.
Can you put this in a color? No, you can't put the folders in a color either. Like the folders within a folder cannot be colored.
That's such a drag, eh?
I know.
So irritating.
Tell me about it. That makes such, the only thing we could do, Sylvia, this is just my thought. Why don't we title them in the color they belong in? Like where there's a will, there's a way.
It says change color.
Where did you see?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay, click on that. Click on the right click. It says change color.
right at the bottom there.
Was it orange?
No, no,
Yellow.
we're gonna let her figure it out, Elijah, because it's good for her to be test instead of, I'm always telling her how to do it, and I think it's time for her. So did it color it, Sylvia?
Well, let's see.
There you go. So it does do it. So every single file in.
It's
Now what
already
hap-
in creativity, so it's already colored there.
I know, but what if it gets stuck
Well,
out there somewhere? It's so
if we
easy to
move
find.
it, then we'd have to change the color again. But it would just be in,
Okay,
well, that's a lot of tedious work.
I think we're
The only-
missing a level here.
Sorry?
We're missing a folder level there. With the reason it's so hard to find things is like this. I need to sit down with you guys and go
I know
through
you
it
do.
all and
Yeah.
come up with.
it's a beautiful system. See, in communications 3.0, it should be 3.0 communications because it's not consistent with the rest.
Yeah. Can
So
you
if
go
you
to
really-
3.3? Can you go? 3.3.
3.3?
3.3.
Yeah, so it's a lot of like little piddly things, but it's if we're gonna do it, let's just do it right off the bat, right? Once we have the system in place, then
Yeah.
we know. 3.3.
I think we're gonna need Reich.
Okay, what about 3.3?
Open it.
I think
You guys, I have the only other idea that I'm thinking, you guys, is that all that's in 3? Oh yeah, project. Okay, Elijah,
let me see what's in Elijah.
all the different things, the maps and stuff. So is that, Sylvia, where the stuff would be he was just talking about, like the map behind him right now? No,
His old ones.
those are some old ones.
Yeah, see, I think like in 3.5, there needs to be a new paradigm toolkit and then break down into the maps, card sets, game boards, processes, and software.
Yeah, we're missing levels.
So we have
You're
gone a
missing,
bit
you're missing
sidetracked.
basically.
Let's get back on track because we've done the healing series interview.
Yeah.
And then I do a Saturday morning coffee chat from 9:30 to 10, and that's in the group. And then, well, it's on Zoom, so it's posted in the group and on our page. So, and then I want to do a gratitude talk, like just a short little video, probably once a week. And I'm thinking Monday mornings. Start your week off with gratitude.
So do you want to do any one-on-one coaching or couple coaching or group facilitation? Is that part of
Not
what
right
you
off
want to do or no?
That.
One-on-one or group?
Like I would do, you know, workshops or whatever, right? Because I mean, there's maybe a possibility, say like Laurie wasn't there for the solstice. I did the solstice. That was fine. Like just, yeah, certain things. Gratitude, I could probably do a one-on-one gratitude progression or gratitude coaching. And get comfortable with that, and then do a group size.
I think the gratitude I think it needs to be something bigger, Sylvia. Building less anxiety in your life. It has to have a title to it, and then you bring gratitude in as the product that you market. You can't market gratitude all by itself. Can you?
I don't know.
I think you can you could take every one of the values and basically make a course about it. I mean,
Yeah.
they're also
Yeah.
valuable, really. I mean, to teach someone real gratitude
Yeah.
and bring gratitude to life, that's
Yeah.
again massive. There's so many different courses you could be teaching if you wanted to.
Mhm.
How many, look how many books there are on gratitude, and it's just gratitude, right?
Yeah,
It's,
but
how to,
But that's books written on it, but how do
Right.
you implement it into a training with people to keep them inspired on living with gratitude?
with gratitude by telling your story, by being vulnerable and telling your story. And then people will want to know more, learn more.
What about gratitude? What about weekly gratitude circles?
Oh,
That's
a
a great
gratitude circle. I like that
So
too.
you have a specific day and time. You call it a gratitude circle. You could charge or not charge, depending on what you want.
Yeah,
But you have every week, like you show, you have a circle. And I think when people, and they just commit, and maybe they just sit around a circle and say, what are you grateful for? They get 10 minutes and come back
Yeah.
once a week. I just think people need something to start bringing them together. And
Yeah.
might as well do it on your interest.
Mhm.
oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, I like that. Awesome. All right,
And
once
what we're essentially trying to do is figure out, again, from your point of view, what do you really want to do? You're designing your ideal job in a sense. And and then, so what are you going to repeat cyclically, in order to create that, again, momentum of doing the same thing consistent over and over again, and choose one or two things that you really want to do. And then that becomes your thing, right? And then it's just marketing. It's like, how do you create more and more ways to get people in the door? Because I think that's the big weakness here.
Yeah.
And even a gratitude circle would be a soft sell to get people to come and do our work with us.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do more.
And it
Because
could
even
be
the
something-
coffee chat, where's the soft sell, right? To get people involved in what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah, and it's happened a few times. Just, I think the last one, it didn't happen because, not sure why. Yeah. So okay. So what's next? So do we write these in the spreadsheet, or what happens?
Well, this is more, I think we need to be together with the tools to sort of do the next step. Because I think we're getting close to having, let's say, the real score sheet and identifying what do you guys got to do to fill what you guys have identified as you wanting to do, right?
Okay.
So we're beginning with the end in mind. So to Stephen Covey, we've got the year plan. And then we have to look at, okay, well, if we want 50 people here, 20 people here, 10 people here, like I know we have
Break it down.
the visionary board is very quick coming up. So that's something which my guess would be cold calling people.
Mhm.
Would probably be your best bet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we usually private message a lot of people.
I would always go to the phone. An invitation by phone would be like, it's so easy to dismiss emails and messaging. The best return is going to come from a phone call to somebody saying, hey, this is what we're doing. Would you like to come?
Right.
This is, do a sell, like just, we're creating a vision for the year. We're creating the board. We got all these events lined up. This is the beginning of you creating the best 2023 that you got. We've got 10 slots. It costs $79. It's going to be 3 hours. I'd love you to be there.
Right. Okay.
And then if you want to get 10 people in, you phone 30 people.
Yeah.
You go,
Yeah. Well,
20 are going to say no, and 10 are going to say yes.
Yeah.
You write down their names, make a little list, get the phone.
Mhm. Mhm. I mean, if we have all their phone numbers, do we?
Yeah, I think so.
Like everybody in our database has a phone number?
Yeah.
And then whoever outside the database.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I would like say like next week or tomorrow or, set 2 hours a day, put it down. Go, okay, for these 2 hours or 1 hour, I'm gonna call and get all your phone calls done. And if you don't get enough in 30 people, then you go to 50 people.
Mhm.
Just keep phoning until you get the amount that you want.
Right.
And that's the most in your control. Everything else is you're waiting, hoping for something to happen. And I think that phone, these days, personal connection is gonna get the people in the door.
Mhm. That's how we got the people to phone Noel.
Yeah.
But we didn't phone them. We just sent them personal notes personally to them saying you need to be here for this event. And it was 0. We had 2 people signed up and it turned into 25.
Yeah. So I mean, you can do it, but
Oh, yeah.
you have to do it.
You have to do it. And that's coming up next Saturday.
Yeah, the 7th, whenever the
Yes.
7th.
So now I would start phoning ASAP.
Yeah,
And I think that normally 3 weeks ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
Really, because people, depending on their planning, sometimes it's too much or too late, but by 3 weeks, you should start to phone people and get them to book it. Then you phone them again the week of, and you phone them the day of.
Well, that's what the active campaign is also for. I know it's easy not to look at an email, but it's still a way to keep the momentum going. And then also everything, because even my post today on Wealth Wisdom Wednesday was to do with gratitude and what it does for you, and come to the vision board and how all that works together. And I put the link in there and it got a little bit of attention. So when we're planning that out, like you say, 5 weeks ahead of time, every single thing we do guides to that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Laurie, I would, even with that background, I would go into Zoom by myself
Mhm.
and do a 2-minute, hey, we're doing a vision board. Maybe if you got a picture of a vision board, you can put it behind you maybe, or you can find some vision boards saying, put it behind you, say the Visionary Hub, this is starting out 2023. This is what we're going to be doing, and do a 2-minute sell, like really sell it. Like why
See,
would
when somebody can just say that and set that up for me and say, plunk yourself down there now and talk, that's what we're looking for.
Okay, then let's do it right now then.
Well, I don't have a vision board right now.
You can find one, or we can do it tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, I'm on the road tomorrow. I'm trying to get home, Elijah. I'm still in Saskatoon.
Right. Okay, how about
So,
this?
but I like that idea though.
How about this? We're not recording right now, are we?
Yes, we are.
Put it into speaker mode. Okay, we are. Okay, stop it.
Okay, hang on. Go.
Okay, we're in such exciting times with 2022 coming to an end. Let's talk about gratitude and the importance of gratitude in our lives. Sharing gratitude illuminates the gifts that we have of connection. And bringing gratitude into our vision board workshop coming up on January 7th is something that's really exciting, because I think when you bring gratitude and vision together, it gives you an opportunity to plan out your next year. Do all of you want the same things that you had in 2022? What do you want to do differently? What do you want to add to your year this year? And what do you want to say, I don't want that no more. I don't want any more of that in my life. What is it? Think about those 3 things. And we'll be facilitating this workshop. We really want you to bring a friend with you, because everything is more fun when you bring a friend with you. Could be one of your kids, because we've all been through a lot together. And now it's us stepping in with greater willpower, greater connection, greater vision for what 2023 is going to bring to you. So think about that, those people you appreciate. What do you want to happen? Join us on January 7th. I believe it's 1 to 3:30 at the Visionary Hub at number 5 Broadway Street West. And we're here to guide you through the process. Because honestly, life is about direction, and taking a glimpse of your life through a vision board is really powerful. It's not about crowding that board. It's about giving that board purpose and intention for you. So in order to understand where you want to be and where you want to go, to have that clear vision, it's totally full or filled with heartfelt intention. So let's come on the journey with us. It's really fun. And we're looking forward to having you there. So it's at the Visionary Hub. You can sign up, go to the Visionary Hub Facebook page. You can sign up there under events. You can go to our website, thevisionaryhub.org, or you can do the old fashioned thing. Phone us, 306-783-7737. Get your spot booked, because I think it's only 10 people max, because we really want to make it intimate. So we'll see you there. Visionary Hub, Vision Board Workshop. Thank you. Hi, it's Laurie Renton here from the Visionary Hub in Yorkton, Saskatchewan. We're so excited to bring 2023. We're a couple days away from 2023, and we're looking forward to our Vision Board Workshop that we're hosting at the Visionary Hub, number 5, Broadway Street West. Visionary Hub, we're doing a Vision Board Workshop with you, for your family, with your family, and where you want to go in 2023. Often you think about, like, what is it that I want to let go of 2022? What don't I want to take forward into my life? And then what are those things that didn't happen in 2022 that you want to bring into your life in 2023? And I think a big part of everything is gratitude. Just bringing gratitude to your life and into this intention and vision board workshop will be really powerful. You'd really enjoy it. So we're looking forward to, Sylvia and I are looking forward to hosting and facilitating the Vision Board Workshop, January 7th, I believe 1 to 3:30 at the Visionary Hub, number 5, Broadway Street West. Come and join us, because who doesn't want to put a vision in place for 2023 with all the stuff that's happened through 2022, 2021. So let's step into this year and let's make it a big one. We look forward to seeing you at the Visionary Hub, January 7th. Remember, it's all about direction and getting a glimpse of what it is you want to make a difference and where in your life you want to make a difference for yourself. Because remember, if you're doing it for yourself, guess what? You're impacting, you're that ripple effect for everybody around you. So let's get connected, let's get a clear vision, and let's step in with heartfelt intention into 2023 with the Vision Board Workshop. We'll see you then. And you can go on to the Facebook, the Visionary Hub Facebook. You can sign up there with the event page. You can go to our website, thevisionaryhub.org, or again, you can do it the old fashioned way and give us a call, 306-783-7737, and get yourself and a friend signed up. $79, best $79 that you're going to spend, and the difference that you're going to make doing it for yourself, your family, your friends, and the important people in your lives. Thank you. See you soon. From the Visionary. Hi, it's Laurie Renton here from the Visionary Hub. I'm so excited to tell you about the Vision Board Workshop that we have coming to the Visionary Hub at number 5 Broadway Street West in Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Like, this is unbelievable. Our Vision Board Workshop is all about being guided through pictures and colors and putting things together in different areas of your life for what do you want to bring to your life in 2023. I know in all the years I built a vision board, and I have a true story. I had an opportunity to win a cruise. What did I do? I put it on a vision board. Yes, I did on paper, but I put it on my mirror when I get ready in the morning. It was in my car. It was on my computer screen. It was everywhere. So it was always in my top of mind. So we are doing a workshop, and it's beyond just putting paper onto a big board. It's about really setting heartfelt intentions and some goals on what do you want to bring into your life in 2023. You've all heard of the law of attraction? It works. And we're going to guide you through a process on bringing the law of attraction into your life. So in order for you to understand what it is you want for yourself, you have to really have a clear vision. So seeing, remember, we're doing pictures, and we want you to have a heartfelt intention on what you want your life to look like, and whatever area of life that might be. And remember, by doing vision boards and bringing that and implementing that into your life, it impacts everybody around you. Number one, you, your kids, your partner, those relationships in your life. So join us, Sylvia and I, at the Visionary Hub on January 7th from 1 to 3:30, and come and create your vision for 2023 and what you want that to look like, and what do you want to bring to your life for 2023. And we're here at the Visionary Hub to guide you through that. So thanks, everybody. We hope to see you there. Bring a friend, get yourself booked, go on our Facebook site, there's an events page, or you can go on our website at thevisionaryhub.org, or again, the old-fashioned way, 306-783-7737, and get yourself in a friend book. $79, the best money you're going to spend on a Saturday, spending some time with us, creating your vision board for you. Thanks.